What's up, everyone? This is Scratch, and this is episode number 5 of the 100% walkthrough of Ori and the Blind Forest. By 100%, I mean you're going to find everything you need to unlock the 100% achievement and then some. So the first thing we're going to want to take a look at here, or to know here, is that this is the Ginsu tree, and the Ginso tree is the first 100% missable area. So you're going to want to make sure to create a save or copy a save prior to going in here. You get, I think, 10 save slots. So you might want to just save it here before you enter and then back out and make a save or double up on your saves before you go in this area so that you have a backup, and then that way if you realize that you've missed something, you don't have to play all the way back through the game to get here, because as I mentioned a moment ago, this is missable. So if you complete this area without collecting everything, then you will be out of the running to get the 100% achievement. So with that said, we're just gonna basically, just like we did in the first video, we're gonna do a full playthrough of the level, just kind of get a look at what's going on. And you can see here that you can kind of see there's a secret here to the right, and that secret is partially visible because if you watched the first video, you knew what my plan was, to get all the way up through the ability tree in the second ability tree, which allows you to see or helps you see secret areas. It doesn't full-blown give them away, but it helps you see it. So I unlocked that prior to entering here so that I could be sure not to miss anything. So from this series here on out, you're going to be able to see the secrets as I go past them. Some of them I will collect and some of them I won't. It depends on the abilities that I have. But I've explained all that, so we're just going to take a look at where I'm at here. If you're just tuning in or you skip to that first collectible, we're on our way up to another collectible here, and you're going to want to make sure that you save after you collect every single one, and you're going to want to make sure that you realize that this is a missable area. So if you're watching this video, this is a missable area. You need to collect everything in this entire video if you want to get the achievement. So do not leave this area without doing that. So we have another secret area right here, and this is just a shortcut. You can use this on your speed run, but you're not going to want to use it during this run because there's a collectible down here towards the bottom that we're going to need to get. But I just wanted to show you where that was. Once we get up here to the top, I'll run back down through there and show you where it is. After I filled up that first ability, or that middle ability tree, the one I want to do next is the Rekindle. And then after that, it's kind of your preference. Read through them and decide which one you like. Rekindle is important because it allows you to go back to a save area or a soul link that you've created and reuse it without having to spend any energy. So that can save you a little bit of energy, so it's very important to try to get that one first. At least I think it is. And then here we are with another secret. Get another spirit light container. But it's very important to be able to reuse those saves because in the beginning levels you don't really have a whole lot of spirit orbs, energy cells if you're saving quite a bit, and that can help at least save a little bit and give you a little bit of an advantage. Now I'm going back over here. This is actually where I would have come out if I would have done the secret area, but I'm just going over here to ensure that I collect every part of the map. And then I'm going to reuse my save here like I was just explaining. You just have to hold down B while you're standing in it to rekindle it, and then you don't use any energy, but it'll save it for you. So there we have that. I just, like I said, went through there just to make sure I got 100% of the area because you have to make sure that you visit every part of the map. It's part of the reason why I ran back here. I thought I saw a secret up there, but I didn't. But you want to make sure you visit every corner of the map because that's going to count towards your 100% map achievement, which you're also going to get in this video guide, at least of this part. Every little bit counts, so you want to make sure you pay close attention while you're in here because, as I said, you cannot come back. All right, so we make it through here. This is one of our first puzzles. Not too hard, you just have to move these L-shaped redirectors around so that whenever the fireball is coming from the plant, it can just kind of make its way around the map. It saves you from having to bash it. You'll see earlier or later on you're going to have to bash these things around instead of using these fancy little redirection tree trunks or whatever they are. So we let that open our next area, and here we go. Okay, now for some reason I save right here. You don't really have to, because as soon as you go through this next, or go into this next area, the game is automatically going to save for you, so it's kind of pointless to do that. But for whatever reason I did. Okay, in this area you're just going to want to kind of stay on this middle thing here and just shoot these guys as they come up. I guess it's the same guy every time, it's just he pops up in different places. Just kind of move left and right on here. You don't really need to employ too much strategy. Just kind of left and right and stay away from that stuff that he's shooting at you. If you stand there for a second and then move out of the way at the last minute, if you can get out of the way, I just got hit there, but move out of the way at the last second and then you can make your way out and you should be in good shape. Once this is done, that's when I would recommend saving, because if you don't save, you have to fight this guy again if you die. But as you can see, I have plenty of soul links because I'm not using them nearly as often as I should. Okay, so we defeated him. We'll create a soul link here real quick. And then we are on our way to finding the next collectibles. These do look intimidating, but it's really just a matter of timing your double jumps right. And then you make your way through, because it's just like infinite falling. You can also get an achievement there, I think, for not touching the ground. Maybe it's not there. I'd have to look. Okay, so we make our way through here, and just remember that these floors will fall out from underneath you, so don't get caught down in there or you will die and have to start over. Okay, now we can open the spirit gate. And we are going to be on our way to the next tree. And we're going to finally get the bash ability, which is very, very useful. Okay, so here's the Ancestral Spirit Tree where we get the bash ability. And then we can use that bash ability to get that Spirit Light container. And we're going to need it to get out of the rest of the level as well. This is an integral move that you're going to use a lot. I recommend practicing when you're in a pinch to press Y and make yourself just kind of naturally react to almost getting hit or almost dying by pressing Y, because that's going to basically pause everything, grab the nearest enemy or obstacle that's near you, and allow you to kind of get a way to bash away from everything and kind of figure out, you know, plan what your next move is going to be. You do only get like a split second, but if you get good with these and you can kind of time yourself, you pretty much can just jump around the entire levels, not entire levels, but a good portion of the levels, and not even have to touch the ground, just like I'm doing right here. And it makes it quite a bit easier to just to traverse, and everything is kind of set up. It's great for speed running, especially. You're going to want to make sure that you master that before you attempt to do any of the speed runs. A little too early there. Speed is going to be key here to getting those. Grabbed another ability point. Guess I'll use that here in a second. Now this time I'm going to want to upgrade my Spirit Flame because the Quick Flame, because there's a spot where I have to clear out some enemies a little bit later, and I just want to have that extra power. So I always pick this Quick Flame if you don't already have that upgraded. Chances are you probably will, because not too many people are going to unlock the entire middle tree before they get to this point. But if you're following my guide from the beginning, that's the order I went in. Okay, and we're going to use Rekindle, because Rekindle helps. And then as I get up here, you're going to see that I have a secret there to the right for an energy orb. I believe it's the 7th one. But we'll get to that in just a second. We have to bash our way up here towards the top. All right. Okay, so now we're going to want to use the projectile that he's shooting at us, and we're going to use that to open the gate over here on the left, if I can manage to do it. There we go. And then we fall down here and we can get the spirit or the energy cell. There we are on the map. I'd say we're about halfway, give or take. So that's going to be energy cell number 7 if you've been following the guides. If you haven't been following the guides, maybe it's energy cell number 2, but either way, you're going to want to make sure you get it, because you're going to need it. Because if you miss it here, you can't come back. And I'm doing a really horrible job at following my own advice, but like I said, make sure after you collect any significant collectible that you save. If I died right here and then forgot to go back and collect the energy cell, I would miss it. I would think I have it, but I would end up missing it, and then I wouldn't be able to complete it. So you want to make sure you save after every significant collection. Or if you don't, at least remember where your saves are so you know what to go back to. Because it can be quite a drag to get all that. I got all the way to the end. I'm probably going to tell this story a couple of times. But I got all the way to the end and thought I really screwed myself over. But I didn't. Luckily, it was in the Missable area, and I was good. Okay, so this is going to auto-save here for you now. And basically what you need to do is get yourself on this wall over here to the left. And this guy is actually really easy to beat. You just blast yourself up here with the bash to the wall on the left, and then just keep blasting yourself into the wall and keep wall jumping as he's shooting at you. And that way you don't have to mess around with trying to time, you know, with those platforms moving up and down and going into this briars and all of that sort of thing. And it just makes it a lot easier. So right here, we are at the Spirit Well for the Ginsu tree. You're going to want to make sure you save here, because this is an achievement if you save at every single one of them. And you will find every single one of them in this walkthrough. So you're going to want to make sure you save there and then head back over here. And we're going to head up to the Ginsu tree or the heart of it or whatever. And we're going to untangle it and make our way out. So you can head left or right here. It doesn't really matter. I just went to the left because for whatever reason I just did. And then there's a couple of spirit light containers and stuff to collect here. And you basically just want to make your way to the top with timing using the bash, and then open the door, and then we can remove all the briars from the heart, or from the left side of the heart of the Ginsu tree. Again, I get a little bit lucky right here because this frog thing actually shoots the enemy that was about to kill me, and I ended up killing both of them. So I got a little bit lucky there. Okay, there's one spirit light container up here that we have to collect. This spider's going to be our help for that. I have no idea why I shot the thing at it. But that's to open the door. That's going to open a door all the way to the right. And then we're going to do one more time so that we can bash up and give us some distance and height to collect that spirit light container. And there you have it. Okay, so left side is clear. So now we're going to head over to the right side. This side is a little bit trickier. I recommend you going through and clearing out all of the enemies first, because if you don't, it's just going to be a pain to try to fight your way around them or have them stay out of your way so that you can concentrate on guiding this fireball where you need it to go. If you just go through and kill them, it makes it much, much, much easier. You'll notice they're in the way because it just killed him right there. So we're going to shoot this up here, and I should have guided it all the way up to kill the guy, but I forgot to grab it. So once I realized my mistake, I just decided to go down and kill him the old-fashioned way. Shout out to Deacon. Okay, so we're going to come over here and kill this last guy, and I think we should be in good shape now. Alright, everything is clear. Wait for this thing to shoot, and then we're going to guide it all the way up to the top and open the door and clear the right side. As you can see, if I had to fight enemies or concern myself with them, this wouldn't be quite as easy, because I would be jumping over them and I wouldn't be able to just get there ahead of time and wait. The other thing you're going to want to do is make sure you're holding down the A button so that you get maximum distance on that jump right back there, because otherwise it's easy to miss and you have to start all over, which can be annoying. Okay, so we've cleared the tree. We're going to talk with Sign, and then the water's going to come back, and we are starting. This is going to take quite a bit of practice, but it's not too hard once you do it a little bit. You're going to want to make sure you use bash as often as possible and keep moving. Just keep moving. You can grab all this stuff here. And do not give up. As you will see later, the water overtakes me, but you do not die right away. So you're going to want to make sure that you just keep trying to move upwards, because you can save yourself sometimes. And I have an incredible save coming right up. Okay, so here we go. And it doesn't hurt to take just an extra second, you know, to kind of make your way through. Make sure you get every corner or whatever. There we go. And again, practicing using that bash and your timing is everything here. If you can get that mastered, you shouldn't have too much trouble jumping through here. It is easy to do. Or it is not easy to do, but it's easier to do once you've practiced. And you're probably going to die enough here that you're going to get a lot of practice. Right here, remember to use the right side wall to wall jump before you make that jump, because that will kill you quite often as well. And this is where I make my amazing save. Okay. And that's the end of it here, so I'm just going to kind of fast forward for the sake of continuity for the next video, but that's it for the Ginsu tree. If I missed anything in the description, please let me know. The video does contain every collectible, but I'm not sure that I marked all of them when I redid it, so hopefully I don't screw you up. That's why you need to make a save before you start. That way you can go back through if you don't get them. I'm going to quality control check this a little bit, so we shouldn't have any troubles. But thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, comments, or need some help, let me know, and I'll do my best to accommodate. And please subscribe if you haven't for more videos. Thanks for watching.